you ever seen a guy like Mark or a player like Marcus get 8 offensive rebounds on one of your teams? I mean, did you guys expect that?
Well, no, you should never expect it. I mean, he was terrific down the stretch, and he definitely whipped our guards. I mean, he whipped them. I mean, that was a physical beatdown that he put on our guys. And also on the free throw blockout, you got 6'8" blocking him out, and he just scores right over him on free throw blockout. That was a soft team playing a very aggressive, tough team today, and he totally wore us out. Give him credit. He was a man playing against boys.
Did you feel like when you were making that comeback, even though at times you were making shots, it just wasn't that smooth, your offense?
It wasn't our freaking offense, God almighty. Offense may not have been smooth. It was terrible ball handling. But the whole thing is, you're up 4 with the ball twice and can't even get a shot. But no, it came down to a competitive game, and they were more competitive.
How do you see the last possession?
Well, I thought they'd foul, and they didn't foul. They backed off. Elijah had a wide open 3. All he had to do was just bounce it and shoot it. And he tried to go past him and crossed over right in front of a guy that, I mean, I had no idea where he's going, but certainly not a good play. We had a shot. They backed off.
How hard is it to do what Andrew White did, come off the bench, pull in 6 points in 30 seconds?
Well, I should have been playing him before, but yeah, he did great late. He gave us a chance to be in the game by making that 3, no question.
How tough is it to look at Elijah as senior and say, maybe we need to get him over here on the bench or something?
Yeah, it's sad, but we were definitely we needed something, and we were definitely a better team with him over there sitting down next to us and putting somebody else in the game.
A little bit of an underrated guy for OSU is Markel Brown. You talk about the growth of his game.
Well, he was great today. In the first half, he totally wore us out, and our big guys didn't hedge and ball screens, and he scored behind 3 ball screens, I think, threes. He was great, and we actually did a better job on the second half. But he'd come in here and make 7 threes on 10 shots. He played terrific, and then at game point, he showed how athletic he was. And that was a game point play, and he showed how athletic he was with that block. He's a good player. They got great personnel. Maybe the biggest shot of the game was LeBron, loose ball, hadn't made a shot in 20 minutes, and 2 bounces and just rises up and makes a 16-footer over our guy. I mean, they got some guys that can play.
One of the players said you guys were kind of living on borrowed time.
Well, that's what I've told him, and it's true. We haven't played good in 3 weeks or whatever, or consistently well, and when you don't play well, you gotta defend and you gotta rebound, and we didn't do either one of those worth of crap today. So we got what we deserved today. The better team won. I mean, there's no question about that. The better team won today.
What are your guards missing right now? What are they?
We don't have a guard. We don't have a point guard. I mean, we're playing with 2 guards, and which is okay. I mean, a lot of people have to do that, but just poise, understanding. Really probably understanding the game, getting us into rhythm. We're really not doing much of anything on either end. I mean, it was bad defense too. So it's disappointing because we're better than what we played. But right now we're not getting very good perimeter play. The thing about our team is, and it's not hard to see if you watch it, we only got 1 ball handler in the game. I mean, Travis and Ben are recipients of other people's ball handling. They're not guys that go do it themselves. And when you put them in positions to be your playmakers or be the guy that controls the ball or whatever, and that's not who we are. I mean, that's not how you can run good offense and look good. So we got to obviously get some things corrected and get some better guard play. And I'm not putting it all on Elijah, but that was a really poor game. I mean, obviously on both ends. So
Is Elijah's confidence shot right now, or is it?
Oh, I don't know if it's shot going into the game. It probably stung a little bit right now, but he'll get that back. Heck, he's a senior. He's played in big games. I mean, it's ridiculous if he is. The thing that bothers me, it's okay if you play bad. That's okay. But as a group, when you're getting your butt kicked and not fighting back, I mean, that's what bothers me more than anything else. And we didn't fight back very good today.
Does the loss maybe get them to fight back. I mean, they got to respond from this kind
Well,
of defeat.
yeah, you know what, guys, our record is so much better than what we played, and Oklahoma State, from a talent standpoint, I mean, there's not a lot of difference in the teams, and you guys saw that firsthand. They're athletic in a lot of spots, and they got a guy that can run the show and guys that can make shots. We were fortunate that Smart and Forte go 1 of 13 from 3. Well, that ball game would have been over a long time ago. You know, I think that we'll get it back, but we got to realize who we are, and we're a team that was going to have to live on winning the way that we've been winning. I mean, defense, rebounding, you know, playing, executing down the stretch, and it seemed like today we have very little margin for error. We have less margin of error for this team than any team I've had since I've been here, and when you're off just a little bit, and we were off today, then I think it's hard just to turn it on and turn it off. I think as much as anything, it's a mental approach as it is anything else. But we're not a physically strong team. I mean, we're not physically strong, and today it showed. I mean, they whipped us from a strength standpoint, especially one kid.
You said that your team is soft. Can this loss be a way to make your team toughen up a little bit?
Sure. All coaches go through phases where the team plays soft. You know, they all do. I mean, but hey, you know, offensive rebound, off free throws, that's a sign of a soft team.
How do you cure that going forward?
Well, we practice and emphasize and get guys to focus and all those things. But I've said all along, we're never going to be a physically tough team. We can be a mentally tough team and play more physical. But you know, when you're 180 at the 4 and 220 at the 5, that's not exactly a lot of beef. You know, that ain't Thomas or the Twins out there. So we got to find some other ways to do it, and you just can't be off a little bit. And that's what we were today. We were off.
So how much the guard play is stuff you can improve, and how much of it is stuff that you just kind of have to manage?
I think it's a combination of both. I do. I think we got to manage it in certain ways, but we also can play a lot better. There's no question. I mean, we can improve on that, but certainly, you know, it's okay to not have good games and that kind of stuff. But I mean, from a basketball IQ standpoint, there were some plays made there late that you just scratch your head and say, "Wow." And those are the things we got. We got to tighten those things up, and I think that we can do that, and hopefully we can, and we'll do a better job coaching them, I hope. But we'll take this loss and hopefully kind of get refocused and be better going forward.
Anything else?
Starting route to 20.